Hello everyone, welcome to our exam series. Now tell me, are you afraid of this chapter, mean, median, mode? Okay, I have heard from many students they are making so many mistakes and they lose their marks unnecessarily in plotting graphs and solving the questions from mean, median, and mode. Right? So if you are one of them, so this video is for you. Watch this video till end, and I'm sure by the end of this series you'll be cleared with almost all your doubts. Okay, so what I am covering here, we are solving the previous year question papers. So question papers from 2016 to 2023 I am covering here. All right, weightage of this chapter is really high, and there are almost 10 to 12 marks questions coming from this chapter. So go through it thoroughly and try to understand how to solve them. Now here are some points which you have to remember. uh, Here some formulas for mean, or you can say arithmetic mean. All right, pause the slide, write those formulas, and then move ahead. All right, these are formulas to find the median of the data. I have covered all the different formulas, okay, which we are using for median, including quartile and interquartile range also. All right, okay, and then mode. So how to find the mode? All right. Now how to plot the graph, again very important thing where students are making a lot of mistakes. So I have written the steps which you have to follow while plotting the graph. So please go through it once, okay, before you start this session today. All right, and these are again for the histogram graph. All right, now next is the common mistakes which you have to avoid while solving these questions. Okay, mainly plotting the graph. All right, so mainly students are making mistake not plotting x and y axis properly with their scales, which is very much important. If kink is required, kink is what? Yes, when you skip some values while plotting this x-axis or y-axis. So let's say I directly start with 800. So the 800 and then 900 and so on. Okay, then this values before 800 are we missed. So we have to use this kink. All right. So apply kink. That is important. Ogive graphs we have to draw with freehand. Okay, they are freehand curve, and histogram use ruler. All right. Then quartile and corresponding values, I'll just tell you what are they while plotting the graph. All right, and for mode, so you have to take the corresponding high point for this histogram. So again I'll tell you this point while solving the questions. All right, now let's take our first question from 2023 paper, which is a one marker question. All right, total 10 marks questions were there in 2023 paper. So this is MCQ. Which of the following cannot be determined graphically for a grouped frequency distribution? So median we can do graphically. Mode also we can plot a histogram and then we can solve it graphically. Quartiles also we can solve. So only the option mean. So mean we cannot find graphically. All right, perfect. Okay, now here the distribution given, okay, and we are given the distribution table with the daily income and the number of workers. And what we have to find? We have to find, we have to draw the graph. They have given the scale here. All right, and then we have to find the mode using this data. All right then, so we have to plot a graph for this. Okay, so these are the lower limit 200, 300 and so on. These are the upper limit of the class. All right, and these are the frequency. Now we have to plot the graph as per their instructions. So based on the scale given, I have taken this graph. Now we have to plot the values which are given in the table. All right, so the first is 200 to 300 and there are 6 workers. So 6, 10, 14, 16 and 10 and 4. So I have to take those values on the graph. So this is a graph, histogram graph, which we have plotted here, and the maximum frequency is 16. So the mode is between 500 to 600 rupees, and precisely if we check, it is 525 rupees. I hope you understood this. Okay. Now the frequency distribution given, all right, for the marks and the number of students, and then we have to find the mean of the distribution, all right, using the shortcut method. Now we have prepared this table, okay, marks, the number of students, then mean value. Now we'll find the we'll write the assumed mean. So we'll take this as assumed mean A, okay, and then I'll find the value of D. D is nothing but what I can say, x minus A upon h. That is nothing but the height of the class. Alright. So here A value is 35, h is the class length, which is 10. So using that, what do we get? We'll get minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2. And then we'll find F into D. So F into D are nothing but when I find sigma FD. So that is nothing but we'll get minus 31. Alright. Here I need sigma F also. Sigma F is equals to the total number of students, which are 40. Now we got this, and now we can use the mean formula. So mean equals A plus sigma FD over sigma F. If I substitute all the values and simplify, what do we get? 35 plus minus 31 upon I have to multiply that by class length also, because we use this formula. So 31 upon 40 times 10. And if you simplify, cancel 0 first, then you'll get negative 31 upon 4. And when you simplify that, we'll get 27.25. Right? So 27.25 is the median of this data. So what I can say now, what the tree presents, yes, so 27.25 marks. Perfect. In this question, this is a 6-marker question. So we are given the students, number of students and their weight, all right, and we have to find the median, upper quartile and the number of students whose weight is above 37 kg. Now as we are talking about the median, so we have to add one more column for CF. I'm just putting it here. Make sure that you'll make a different table, okay, and you have to make a different table, and then you have to plot the graph based on that. So let's write the CF values. So we'll get 2, 6, 16 and so on, right? I'm writing all the values. So this will take the CF on the y-axis, okay, and they have taken 2 centimeter equals to 2 kg along one x-axis. One axis means x-axis, and here 10 students along with the y-axis. So we'll plot them over here on the graph. So now write the scale properly, okay, while doing this. And now we have to plot these points which we are getting on this table. So we got 30, 2, okay, 32, 4. You have to write all the points which we have to plot here, and then I'm going to plot them. So 60, so 60th term median is equals to what I have to take? N upon 2th term. So where we'll get N is 60, 60 upon 2 is 30th term. So the 30th term is somewhere 30th You have to find that, okay, using this. So we'll find the 30 and we'll go along with this. Use a ruler to find this, okay, draw this line, and then you have to simply go down over here. So on going down, you can see that this weight is nothing but this is 37 and half of that, okay. So you can say simply 36. So the median value is 36.25 kg. Alright, so this is how. Now here we have to find upper quartile also, and the number of students for whose weight is 37 kg and above. So upper quartile, okay, upper quartile is what? Yes, so let me just write it here, okay, upper quartile Q3. So I am finding the B question, okay, B. So Q3 is nothing but 3n upon 4th term. Alright, this we know. If I substitute n equals to 60, so what do we get? Q3 is equals to 3 times 60 upon 4th term. And on solving them, I'll get 45th term. So now you have to go to the graph again. 45, so 45 is here. You have to go along with this 45 and then go down along with that to find your Q3 value. So this is my Q3 value, which is nothing but just half of 38.5. So this is Q3 value. So I can write Q3 equals to, from this I'll get 38.5, right? Alright, and now we have to find the number of students whose weight is 37 kg above. Just take this class where the weight is 37 kg here. So they have 29, okay, here it is 29. So I have to subtract 29 from 60, total number of students, and when I do this, I'll get 31 students, right? So we have solved all 3 questions from that. Perfect. Alright, great. Now let's start with the paper 2022. So here the question is given median class distribution, and you have to simply tell the median, okay. So if I'll consider CF, so I'll get 2, and then 4 plus 2, I'll get 6, and then plus 3, 9, and then plus 5. So I'll get 14, and then if I'll simply divide it by 2, I'll get 7, which lies between which class? This. So this is the median class for us, right? So this is the median class, right? Okay. Now one more MCQ. So the model class of a given distribution always correspond to the highest frequency, right? The interval with the highest frequency. We know that. Very easy question. Alright, perfect. Now in this question, we have to find the mode using the histogram. Alright, so the table is given and we have to plot the histogram according the scale given. Okay, so we have to take 2 centimeter equals to 10 marks on x-axis and 2 centimeter equals to 10 students on y-axis. Alright, so this is the graph which I have prepared based on this. So I have taken marks on the x-axis and y-axis the number of students, and the histogram is plotted over here. And if I'll just see here, this is the highest frequency, which is 28, and based on that we'll get the mode is approximately 35 students, right? 35 marks. So we'll write mode equals to 35 marks approx, right? This is based on graph, okay, so we can say based on graph. I hope you understood this, right? Okay. Now the next question is again a 2-marker question where the mean is given and we have to find the unknown frequency, which is f here. Now let's quickly write the class marks and the fx value. So we have the class marks as 10, 30. We have to increase it by 20, right? 50, 70 and 90. And when I multiply this f and x, okay, this is f value and this is x value. What do we get? It's plus 30f. Okay, and here when I add the frequencies, I'll get 34 plus f. So we have this sigma f value and sigma fx value. Now the mean. So mean is nothing but sigma fx upon sigma f, right? We know this formula. Mean is given 50. So I'll substitute all the values and quickly we'll find the value of f, the missing frequency. Alright. So we'll get the missing frequency 16. Alright. I hope you understood this. Alright. Now in these questions we are given the marks, number of students, and we have to plot the Ogive graph. Alright. And then we have to estimate the median. Also the scale is given. So based on that we have to plot the graph. So first of all, see, we have to plot the Ogive. That means we have to find the CF, right? So we'll plot the table for CF. Alright. So we'll quickly write this CF over here. So 3 and then we'll get 11, 25, 34 and then 38 and 40. So we got CF. And now which points we have to plot on the graph? So remember we have to take the upper limit. So upper limit is 3 and CF. So 23. Alright. That's these points on the graph and then we have to plot the Ogive. So based on that I have prepared this. I have plotted these points over here. Okay, I have taken the scale as per the given values and now we have to draw the Ogive. Remember the Ogive is again a freehand curve. Alright, so what do? I'll just join these points using a freehand curve. And then see, we have to join this. Correct? Join this. So you'll get the Ogive and join this at the previous one. So this is the required Ogive and now we have to estimate the median. So median is what? See, we have total 40. So median is n upon 2th observation, right? Term. So what do we get? N is 40. So we'll get 20th term, right? 20th term. So 20th term is where? Yes, I have to check the number of students over here, right? So where do we get 20th term? Over here. So I'll just plot this and then we have to scroll. We have to go down to see the value over here. So it is between 30 and 40, right? So median is approximately, I can say, how many marks? Approximately 35 or 36 marks, right? So I can read this value. So this is nothing but median equals to 36 marks approx. Alright, so we got these values and based on the Ogive curve. So I hope you understood the questions which we have solved today. Okay, and now I'll take the remaining questions for the next papers in the next part. Thank you for watching.